Hello, how are you all? I hope things have been going wonderful for you all. I just wanted to come on and share a quick video just to share a little binding technique. I'm not the one that created it. I learned it a long time ago and I wanted to recreate it because I'm making these little nature books for a couple friends. And of course I didn't save the video because, I mean, this was actually probably 2 years ago that I had watched this video. And I tried and couldn't find it. And so I sat down and I messed around until I could remember how to do it. So I just thought I'd share with you guys. So I've got 5 pages here made from paper bag, brown paper bag, and I've inked up the edges. And I'm going to cut the holes all together. I think my Crop-A-Dile can do it, so I'm going to try because to save time and to have, usually in this situation I make a little template so that all the holes are in the same spot, but I want to go ahead and see if we can just do it all at once. So this is a no-sew technique. It's early in the morning. I don't even think it's, well, maybe it is. Yeah, it's 5 now, but my hands aren't awake yet. But I was laying there wishing I was still asleep. I couldn't go back to sleep after Dex got here, and I kept thinking about wanting to come in here and work on this. So bear with me while my body is still trying to wake up. All right. I think I'm going to go with the big side. And we're just going to do this. Maybe I should at least measure where the hole placement is. So just so you know, I made these 5 by 6.5, but I actually made them 6 wide, and then I folded over and glued down 1 inch worth. So we have a thicker piece right here for where we're going to be binding to help it be a little tougher. So maybe, let's see where I want my holes. I'm thinking, what would that be? 1.5 inches? Yeah, let's do 1.5 inches. And actually, I don't want it too far up, so let's get our gauge where we want it. There we go. All right. I love this thing. That just made that nice, quick, and easy. So now we have our pages with our holes. And I think this is what I got to remember, though, is I think we start with the front page and work our way back. I think we start with the front page. I'm using twine because I'm doing a more grungy naturey, but you can do this in a fancy, you know, a fancier, more, you know, maybe pretty kind of way with embroidery floss or anything that you want, really. This is where I gotta try to remember. So I may make some mistakes. This may be a little trial and error, but I think I'm gonna go from the front to the back. And now I folded the string in half and we've got our little loop here, and then we're gonna pull. Try to keep our string lengths the same. Alright, so we've got one side done. And now the other side. And my strings are not equal. I already got it uneven. Oh well. Get it tight. So it's, the tighter it is, the less bulky it'll be. All right, so we've got our first page done with our strings hanging down. And now this is where it gets tricky. I got to remember, again, I'm just trying to remember on my own because it's been a couple years since I've done this. And I can't find the video. So I'm going to put our strings through. And then they go through here. So actually I want to put it from the back to the front in this case, I believe. Okay, so we've got our next page and I'm putting it, this is the back of our page. It's going to go like this. That's our front page. This is page number 2 and this is the back of it. And I'm going to put it from the back to the front. And the same with the other strings, which are so uneven. From the back to the front. And now we're going to create, all right, so we've got it pulled up. And I'm just going to separate this to create a little hole and put the string through the hole. Okay. And we're going to do the same on this one. Now flip our page over like that and tighten it up. There we go. We did it, guys. Get it nice and tight. So now we've got like this, and then the page turns and it opens and lays flat. Obviously, if you have thinner twine, this would be a little tighter here, but this is the twine I've got. I actually have a ball of twine that I can't find. This twine actually came in a subscription box, and it had tied a package up. So my twine is a little thinner than this, but I can't find it. Who knows? All right, so now we're going to do the same again. We're going to go in through the back. Is that how we... create our little hole. Put our twine through, our tails through. Flip our page over and tighten it up. And honestly, y'all know that I make thick pages, so really the fact that we have this space here is just allowing me to have some bulk in my pages. So that's actually probably better for me than the thinner twine, so I don't end up with too bad of an alligator mouth. And we'll just keep going. So yeah, I just wanted to share this with you guys in case you hadn't seen this technique before. I think it's a great, easy technique once you remember which way to do things, and a different fun way to do your pages. For me, it really adds to the naturey vibe of the vibe I'm going for. But again, I feel like you could use this with any style. You would just use a different type. Instead of twine, you would use, you know, some sort of string that matches the vibe of your project. And as you can see, once you get going, it goes pretty quickly. And I got my twine twisted. There we go. And you can just really knock these pages out pretty quickly. I know not everybody likes to sew in, likes the actual process of sewing in their signatures, and this is a really fun, easy way. This is also a great way when you have small, short pages that you're not able to fold in half to make your signatures. This is a fun way to be able to attach your pages together. And we're down to our last page. So I think this would actually really come in handy in that case, because I actually have a lot of digitals and pages that are horizontal and you really can't fold them in half because the image is horizontal, and this would be a great way to attach all those pages. And we are done with that. And now I'm trying to remember how I finished it off. First, I want to get these nice and tight. And then I believe I came to the middle. Okay, we're going to separate our strings like this. And I came to the middle. And I poked them through this hole here. The space between the pages, poking them up into the middle of the book. If I can get it to cooperate. There we go. All right, so now we've got our strings like this, and we're going to tie the knot in the middle here so it's a little more hidden. And the same with this side. Yeah. Make sure that's good before I fully tie it off. Yeah. That will work. So tie this nice and tight and go ahead and tie it one more time and then cut the extra off. I probably should have put a touch of glue on that, huh? I'll do that. I'll put a touch of glue on it and let it dry off video. And then here is our little booklet. Isn't that cute? And then you can leave it like that if you like that. I'll show you how I did this one. If you can see, I've got little strips of fabric that I glued around this section, and then I'm actually going to glue a stick onto the fabric and have it be a stick spine. But you don't have to do that. You can leave it like this. You can cover it with the fabric and just leave it as covered with the fabric. You don't have to add the stick like I am, but if you can see, we've got this fabric here that folds all the way around to this side on both parts. And then I glued the stick onto the fabric. So yeah, I just thought I'd share that with you just in case you hadn't seen it before. I think it's a fun, easy way to attach single pages. And thanks for sticking around and having a little fun with me. I hope you all have an amazing day. Bye.